Hi there, Catherine Langman here, dialing in from Productpreneur Success HQ, and today I really just wanted to jump on and talk about what happens when things go wrong in business. You know, it happens, right? You know, things don't always run smoothly in our business. Setbacks happen, and it is impossible to avoid dealing with failure on some level in your business. So today I just wanted to talk about how do you actually deal with mistakes in business and ultimately go on to thrive and succeed. Sometimes you make a mistake yourself, sometimes someone else makes a mistake that impacts you in your business, and sometimes things change in the industry or market forces conspire against you. And at the end of the day, how you deal with these situations, mistakes, failures, all the rest of it will be the making of you. So here's my take on dealing with things when, you know, shit happens in business. And first of all, I thought I'd just start with a little bit of a story to kind of highlight that preparation helps, but it isn't foolproof. So for over a year now, I've been working in the gym with a strength and conditioning trainer, and my coach is an absolute stickler for technique and has really helped me to get fitter and stronger. The reason I started to see him in the first place was dealing with back pain, which is pretty common for those of us with a desk job. Anyhow, he's helped me really to overcome, you know, some of those long-term pain issues and other issues from having 3 babies and all that kind of stuff. And it really does feel awesome to make such really, you know, good progress. Well, for me in that situation, but for all of us in any situation, if we're making really good progress and we can see that progress, it feels awesome, right? But unfortunately, it's not a straight line from, you know, from start to success. So for me in this story, despite my long hours, weeks and months of hard work, I still managed to hurt my back last week. And all I did was bend down to pick something up and forgot to brace my core like a good girl, and ping, my back was in spasm again, and I was in a world of pain. So how do you react when setbacks happen? Obviously that's something small in my life at the moment, but here's how the old me would have reacted. In the past, I would have thrown myself probably a fairly good pity party, you know, lots of self-talk like I can't do it, I'm not good enough, and all of that kind of stuff. Most likely hubby would have had an earful of whinging and complaining that you know, this is just pointless and all the rest of it. However, over time, I've developed a different mindset about things. It's really, you know, helped me to go get past some of these setbacks in my business life and my personal life, and to move on. So this time with my back injury, I approached my recovery quite differently. So my coach and I were able to use the injury to identify some weaknesses and adjust my exercise program accordingly. So after that initial kind of rest period and a little bit of wallowing, I'll admit it, I've been back in training and my recovery has been much, much, much faster, which is awesome. So how does this, you know, analogy relate to business? And of course I am relating it back to my own past decade in as a business owner and an entrepreneur, because I have, you know, definitely experienced my own business mistakes, failures, fuck-ups, whatever you want to call them, you know, from issues with manufacturing. I received one entire lot, you know, shipment of product that had to be binned. It was completely wrong, you know, major mistake with that particular production run. I've had staffing and hiring issues. I've had cash flow issues, you know, especially the ones that are, you know, the pressure on the cash flow from your own poor decision making. I mean, those ones are pretty hard to bear, and everything else in between. And so it definitely hasn't been a smooth journey, but that's normal. You know, everybody experiences those ups and downs and the ebbs and flows in their business. So here are my 5 steps for kind of resolving and dealing with these setbacks and going on to thrive and succeed in your business. And the first is mindset. So I think the first thing to remember is that growing a successful business is not a linear process. You know, setbacks are going to happen. So we just need to really accept that. So sometimes you might try things and they don't work out the way you think, and you know, being afraid of the the chance of that failure can you don't want to let that stop you from trying things, right? Sometimes we don't see opportunities or threats coming to us until it's too late. And sadly, there is no crystal ball when it comes to business. So the number one thing is to accept that shit happens sometimes and to not take it personally and to not let it hold us back from actually trying things out and testing out ideas that we have. Because sometimes those ideas are friggin' awesome and they do actually allow us to go on and take massive big leaps forward in our business. So instead, your mindset needs to be around learning and problem solving. So it's okay to try things out, and if they don't work, then you know not to do that thing again, and you've learned something. The second thing is motivation and ambition. One of the biggest differences between being an entrepreneur versus being an employee is that the motivation has to be completely internalized, because there's no boss paying you a salary, no manager dictating your KPIs, and no one else's vision to inspire you. So your own why and your own business vision and the reasons why you're starting your business needs to be strong enough and important enough to carry you through the tough times. So you just got to keep your eye on the prize, and that will keep you motivated through those tough times. The third thing is resilience. And that's certainly been a little bit of a buzzword around the traps in the last few years. But remaining optimistic when things aren't going your way is really hard, but it is absolutely essential to our own success in business. Even J.K. Rowling had to she was turned down 12 times, I believe, before she was picked up by a publisher. And 12 times, I mean, so many of us would give up after the first couple, But when you see the runaway success for her Harry Potter series now, it seems completely ludicrous that her success was not a given. But she had to be resilient throughout all of those knockbacks. So when shit happens, you speak to yourself as you would your own child and tell yourself, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. The sun will come up tomorrow. So the fourth thing that we need to, the fourth strategy we need to employ is resourcefulness. So being a creative thinker and a good problem solver are also really essential qualities to achieve success in your business and indeed in other areas of life as well. So try to approach a setback as a problem. Try and keep it more of an objective, arm's length point of view of that setback or that problem or that mistake, because that can help you take the emotion and the woe is me out of things and allow you to be a little bit more productive in your problem solving and your creative thinking. And the last thing that I like to suggest is to get the right help. Hard work is rarely enough. Working with someone who has that been there, done that experience really cuts the journey much shorter. And certainly this has been my experience right now with my fitness coach. It would take me forever to try and research and become as experienced and have the knowledge that he does and to help me through that experience. And it's been the same for myself in my business journey and for my clients as well. Working with somebody who has that been there, done that experience just, gets you through the down times and towards your goal much faster and helps you to experience that, the bigger growth that you're looking for. So lastly, I just want to leave you with one thought. What are you really excited about achieving in your business, whether that's this year or, ultimately in your business? So what's your big, hairy, or audacious goal, your BHAG? Is it good enough to get you out of bed on a bad day? I would love you to comment below and tell me what your BHAG is in your business and whether you feel like it's good enough to get you out of bed on a bad day and through the tough times. And if you'd like to share, one of your own setbacks, fuck-ups, mistakes, whatever you want to call it, if you want to share that as well, I'd love to hear from you, and just comment below, and if I can help you out, I'll do that too. So that's it from me. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and let's go get in today. Bye for now.